Hello guys, it's John Messenger. Today I have a Bottleman video. This time we have Earth Roller DX, and this one is kind of a weird one. It's a gimmick anyway. It has the roller gimmick, which is kind of like a Salafire type thing, but not. I'll talk about it when we get to when I have everything done. But it's definitely an interesting gimmick for sure. So that'll be fun to mess around with, because I do test these before I kind of go to the review portion of the video. Anyway, instructions and stickers. Not too bad. We also have, both bags come out. So you have the core and the trigger. Cool. As well as the armor. And if I could, it always gets stuck in the box. There we go. So the hold parts, you can see the rollers there, and then the caps. So, yeah. Alright, got a lot of stuff here to put together, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so I have everything built and stickered up. So here is Earth Roller DX. So, yeah. This is a really interesting looking Bottleman. Yeah. So, this is the closest thing we have to an orange Bottleman, which I've been waiting for, which, I hope we get another orange one, honestly. This one isn't. It looks more orange on camera than it really is, but anyway. You get a cap here, this green one. Throw that in there. Also a control type, so there's no interesting gimmicks here on the hold parts. But, yeah. It only has one gimmick, and that is its wheels. So there are these on the bottom of the feet, on the kind of the back here. Also the arms have the two in front. And, well, it's based on a crab, so it doesn't make sense for it to kind of move side to side. This is a soft surface, by the way, so like it's not going to be nearly as effective as it would be on a hard surface. However, you can maybe tell some of the problems here. There isn't a whole lot just stopping you from moving in other directions. So this thing's weird. I do like this thing. Like, first up, there isn't a whole lot to say about this guy, so I'll say now. I think it does look pretty cool. Definitely a more unique one. I think the head sculpt is pretty unique, but also, like, these arms are cool. Really, the only thing to cover with this thing is the gimmick. I don't think this gimmick is all that great. So, yeah, sure, it moves side to side well, but these things are not hard to move. They move very, very easily, unless it's like, I don't know, CC Land DX with its giant quick loader magazines, but like, we're just talking about things that are, normal Bottlemen. They don't have much resistance when you move them. So having a gimmick that makes you move faster, specifically side to side, I mean, sure, you can argue that depending on the targets, it does help, and I wouldn't argue that. It's not like a completely worthless gimmick or anything. There is some level of use to it, it's just not very much. And I feel like when there's nothing really stopping you from moving in other directions, it's a little bit awkward, because like, oh, I can move forward. I think the idea of having it, on almost like a rail where it only moves side to side is cool, but you just don't really have any control to where it's like, oh, I want to move forward slightly, okay, I'm just going to move forward, whatever, it's fine. And I feel like it would be more interesting if it could just move side to side and not move forward. Maybe have like some kind of piece that blocked it. I don't actually know if that's really possible. But just something to where it wouldn't move as much. But still, it's not really all that effective for not, basically just for trying to keep it on the typical line path. It can move pretty easily elsewhere. I feel like Salafire kind of did this gimmick better. It had the two ball things in the leg, and that did, make it to where it moved anywhere, not just in a line. But I feel like because there's no stoppers, just being able to have that general movement is kind of better. Because you can move that one side to side if you want. Yeah, sure, you could argue maybe it's slightly less precise than this one's side to side because of the wheels, but like, I don't know, I feel like just having that free range of movement, because there's no stoppers on this thing, is just kind of better. I'd say, the core is probably better on this guy than Salafire's, but still, like, the gimmick itself is not too great. Yeah, it's not really the best thing out there. Again, it's not completely useless if you really have like a line of targets or something, and you want to be fancy and use your rollers. Maybe, you know, I don't know, while you grab a cap and push this thing across the table to then eventually grab it to shoot your next shot. If you just want to mess around, I think this thing's fine. It's just like, the gimmick isn't too crazy. It's not really overly great. It's fun, but yeah, it's just nothing too crazy. Overall, it's kind of a lot to say about this guy. It's not really one of the more interesting ones. I think Doc Papillon was a lot more interesting of kind of the two more regular ones. Funny enough, Raid Brave to me ended up being the least interesting because I've already covered Wonder Grape and nothing, just another Wonder Grape basically. But yeah, next video is a DX customized set though. That one should be pretty extensive. Plus, after that's Aero Cider, and that has 3 modes, so that'll be fun. But yeah, this one, yeah, nothing too crazy. That's really all I gotta say about it. It's just kind of, it exists. It's gimmick. It's fine. That's about it. So anyways, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.